Hi Neha, how are you?
Hi, Barkha. I'm good. Thank you, by the way. How about you?
I'm pretty well by God grace. Thank you for asking. And how's your day so far?
Oh my God, my day was quite productive, though it was a bit hectic as well. But yes, somehow it was productive and it was in my favor.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, as you know that Neha, since it is your first time on my YouTube channel, so could you introduce yourself?
Why not? Of course, I would love to do that. So, hello everyone. My name is Neha Negi and I belong to this picturesque state of Uttarakhand. I'm a mother to two sons as well as a proud homemaker. And lately, I have started this journey as a YouTuber, right? I have a small YouTube channel where I upload short videos as well as a few long videos as well. I have uploaded. And that's a little from my side.
That's lovely introduction. And I would also like to introduce myself. Hello everyone, my name is Barkha. I'm from MP. I hold a BMS degree. I have completed PG diploma in yoga education, a PG diploma in psychological counseling. I am a dedicated homemaker, mother of one daughter. Apart from this, I have run a small YouTube channel I recently started for my betterment. So this is pretty much about me. So Neha, as you know this, we live in fast-paced era. So
Mhm.
this time self-control is very important.
Yeah,
So
it's difficult.
my question is that what does self-control mean to you?
Okay, so self control. As far as this self control is concerned, I would say when you are able to follow your goals or follow your purpose, whatever you have, without getting distraction, that is something which is called self control. Right? I feel that whatever plan you make, like whatever routine you make, and you are stick to it, like you don't get distract easily, so that is self control. And for instance, if I have decided that I need to read at least 5 pages in a day, right, and while reading I receive a call from my friend's side, and my friend says that okay, let's go outside, I would say no, I am doing something. Once I complete it, after that I will see, right? Even though I might want to go, but I'm able to control my feelings, control my emotion, right? So that is self control, and it is at most important thing.
Yeah, you are truly right, actually. Self-control means staying calm, composed, and moving a good decision instead of overreacting and overreacting emotionally. So
Hmm.
it's truly sad. My
Yes,
second question is why is self-control important for achieving success and happiness? What do you think?
I feel that it is at most important, it is most paramount thing in terms of getting success, that one should have self control. Why am I
Hmm.
saying this? Let's take an example. If you are a student or if you want to be physically fit, right, and for that you have started following a particular diet, but you
Hmm.
might get cravings at times, like you are following a particular routine because you have a purpose, you have a goal, but still you might get cravings sometimes, that okay, I want to have this, I want to have that, but you are able to control it, thinking about your goal,
Hmm.
that okay, I have decided something, right, and it is important for
Hmm.
me, I can't get distracted. So you are able to
Hmm.
control it, and that's how you can achieve your goal, whatever you have decided, right? I feel that
Yeah.
if you are able to control yourself, if you yeah, if you are able to control yourself, definitely you can achieve your goal, whatever you have. But if you are someone who doesn't have control on your feelings, emotions, cravings, so definitely it would be very difficult for you to get success in your life. That's why it's important.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I totally believe in that if we have a self-control, so we stay focused and move good decision and that avoiding unnecessarily mistakes, right? And we live in fast-paced era, so we face a lot of adverse situation in our life. If we have self-control, so we deal with them with wisely and calmly. Very rightly said. And my next question is that, have you ever faced some situation where self-control helped you make a good decision?
Of course, there are many situations where my self-control, truly helped me. So
Okay.
one situation I would love to share with you. There was a situation when I was criticized, I was blamed for doing that thing which I had not done. It happens. I think
Mhm.
everybody goes through this phase or this situation in their life. So yeah, I was
Mhm.
also in that situation where I was blamed, criticized, this, that. But at that moment, I did not lose my temper. I controlled my emotions. I chose to be quiet at that moment. I did not
Mhm.
react. And then when everything was, like settled, after that, I shared my points. And that's how I resolved that misconception, I would say, or there was a misunderstanding. It happens where sometimes you also, and in relationship, there is misconception and it leads to conflict. But here, if at that moment, if you are calm, if you stay quiet, and then later on when everything is settled down, you share your points, you try to make others understand. That's how you can just resolve the situation. You can resolve the problem. And just because of that thing, I was able to manage my relationship properly. And it is important. That's how I understood one thing, that just because of my self control, I was able to resolve that problem. So yeah, that's how I resolved my
Okay.
problem. And it's
So
important.
you have a very, yeah, you have a very right approach actually. And my next question is that, what are common things that weaken a person's self-control? What do you think?
There are many, I would say, many common things, I would say, who can weaken your self control. And the most
Mhm.
paramount thing, I would say, is social media.
Mm.
Because
Correct,
we
correct.
spend hours and hours on social media without realizing that how we are wasting our time, how we are squandering our
Mhm.
time, right? In unnecessary things, in watching
Mhm.
unnecessary reels, or maybe in doing unnecessary things, right? Which is not giving us any benefit. So social media,
Mm.
other than this, online gamings are there. I have seen many youngsters who spend
Mm.
hours and hours playing online games, right? That's how they are wasting their time. Next,
Mm.
of course, if you are stressed, if you are going through, rough patches and you are very stressed, so definitely you want to be able to control yourself, right? It is very difficult for you, because when we are stressed, what do? We make impulsive decisions. Just because of that, we
Mm.
don't think twice before making any decision, before doing anything. So it becomes quite challenging for us. As well as I feel,
Yeah.
your company matters a lot. If you are surrounded by
Mm.
negative people, right, it would be very
Mm.
difficult for you to follow this self control, or to have control on your
Mm.
emotions and feelings. Let's take an example. If I'm surrounded by those people who don't have any purpose in their life, there are many people, right? But I have a purpose in my life, but though these people will not let me be focused or be committed towards my goal, towards my purpose. They would just push me, they would just force me to do whatever they
Mm.
want to do, or whatever they
Mm.
want me to do, or maybe they want me to accompany them. Maybe they want me to join them to go outside, or maybe to attend any party and all. So definitely this also affects, that this
Yeah.
also weakens your self control.
Yes, yes. So, how can we improve our self-control in today's social media-driven world?
Yeah,
Do you
a
have
very
any tips?
important question, I would say. I would say in this social media driven, era, though it is quite difficult, but it is not impossible. But
Hmm.
for
Correct.
that also you should have a strong reason. You should have a strong purpose
Hmm.
or goal in your life. When I have a purpose, so let's take an example as I have been learning this language, right? And I'm very passionate about this language. So I know that I have a strong purpose of learning this language. And if I'm doing anything, that time anybody comes or any distraction comes or falls on my way, I would not be able to get distracted by that thing. I think because I
Hmm.
know that where I need to go, my goal is clear, my direction is clear. So definitely it becomes easier to for us to walk on that path. But when your goal is vague, your purpose is vague, you don't know that exactly what do you want to do, where you need to go,
Yeah.
where is your direction, you don't
Hmm.
know about your direction, it becomes quite
Hmm.
challenging for you to not get distracted, because in that situation it is there is higher possibility for you to get distracted easily because you don't have anything to do, you don't have any direction,
Yeah.
right? So I feel
Yes.
that
Yes.
that's how you can be focused and you can be committed
Hmm.
towards your or to your goal.
Yeah,
That's
yes,
how.
and you're right. And I want to add some few points like if we follow disciplined life, if we prioritize our goals and things, so it would be very easy. Apart from this, meditation is playing very important role to achieve self-control. Like if we meditate twice and once a day, so it is very better. And we should take a small break in between during the work and before going to bed, then introspect, reflect our throughout the day, what we did work, what made mistake, how can we improve, right? And rest of the unresolved things sometimes in it comes in our mind. So just we should give them to God and they have and sleep peacefully. And next day start your day with meditation because this time morning time your mind will be fresh, so you will get a solution regarding their unresolved things and matters. So if we follow these small tips, so definitely we should achieve our that self control goal. Yeah.
Hmm.
And so my last question is that do you think that self control is more important than talent? Why and why not?
Yeah, absolutely. I truly believe that self control is more important than talent. I feel that if you don't have self control, if you are not able to manage your cravings, manage your feelings and emotions, right? So, I think a talented person can also face failure, right?
Correct, correct.
If I am talented, if I have some certain talents, but again just because of emotions, feelings, I'm not able to manage them, I'm not able to handle them, so of course I my talent would go fade away, right?
Mm, correct.
But if you are someone who might not be talented but you have uh, good control, or you have good self control, you can handle your emotions, feelings, and you are someone who is very focused, right? And who is very committed, dedicated, or consistent with his or her learning, or with his
Mm,
or her goal, right? So I think
mm,
nobody can stop that particular person to get success in his or her life. I feel that
yes.
yes, it happens. You know, some people have a very what slow pace of learning. There are two types of people. You know, some people they learn fast, whereas there are a handful of people who might have this slow pace of learning. But still, if they are consistent, right, and if they are focused, it might take time, but sooner or later, somewhere down the line, they will definitely get success in their lives.
Yes. I totally agree, and I totally agree that the talent is gift, and if we use by self-control, so talent is we use very wisely and calmly. Because if talent and self-control work together, so person can achieve anything in his life. I totally agree, and it's very nice conversation with you, Neha. In this way, I'm going to wrap up our session, and my best wishes to your with you and your channel also.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
yeah, it's my pleasure to you are coming on my YouTube channel. So have a nice day, and
Thank
bye
you.
bye.
Bye.